everyone, my name is Johanna. I go by Coach Joe on the soccer field. Welcome to the Let's Kick It channel, where we share soccer interviews, tips, and tricks. And today's episode, The World is Curved. What do I mean by that? Take a look at the setup here at City Futsal here in Dallas. We have Teqball. If you haven't heard of it before, allow me to introduce you to the sport. Using the simplest idea of a curved table, the sport was created which could be played anytime and anywhere, indoor and outdoor. Regardless of age or gender, creators are often dreamers, and the owners dream of a future where Teqball could be an Olympic sport. Before we jump in and interview some of the players in the tournament here in Dallas, we'd like to share some numbers with you. There are an estimated 4,500 players throughout the world. Teqball is established in 115 national federations. We are playing Teqball in more than 100 countries. There have been 3 World Cup championships in 2017, 18, and 19, and Teqball was created in 2012 in Hungary. It is attracting a new generation of athletes whose ambition is to develop technical skills, concentration, and stamina. Thank you for joining us. Now we're going to connect with some of the players and interview them and ask them some questions about the sport. Can you please tell us your name and where you're from?
My name is Carolyn Greco, and I'm from Fullerton, California.
Okay. So what brings you out here to Dallas? Are you playing co-ed or are you playing by yourself?
We're playing a doubles tournament, so it's a 2-on-2 tournament. You can anyone can play, man or woman. There are a lot of men competing here today. I'm one of the only women, so hold it down for the girls. Yeah, I'm having a really good time. What I'm doing here, though, is I actually work with Teqball USA. I'm one of the professional Teqball players, and so I travel around the country and I play in all of the tournaments and I promote the sport and want to see it grow in the United States.
So if someone has played soccer but never played Teqball before, what tips would you give them to not feel, or to encourage them to keep playing?
Well, when I was first training to play Teqball, and I didn't have a Teqball table at my house particularly, but I had a local Teqball table that I could play at, the best way you could train is to find a wall and kick the ball against the wall back and forth in the air and practice receiving it out of the ball and popping it up into the air. That's the best way you can practice, and I think that's how I personally most improve my touch in the sport.
So I kind of was watching you play earlier, and I was telling my friend, if you played jiu-jitsu or did jiu-jitsu and played soccer, you would be like a master at this. You are kicking like way up high. Are there any other sports that you played besides soccer to help you prepare for this?
I was through and through a soccer player my whole life. I played professionally in Europe for a few years. I played in the U.S. for 1 year. I'd say with humility, I won some championships along the way, and this was kind of the next opportunity for me.
Yeah, so any tips that you could give somebody who's never played before?
Yeah, for somebody who's never played and is interested in getting involved, I would definitely recommend to find your local futsal facility. There's pretty much a club in every state. So if you're willing to, try something new, there aren't a lot of women in the game yet. And this is a whole new opportunity. There's literally going to be a World Cup qualifier at the end of September in just a couple of months. I get chills thinking about it. There's going to be a qualifier at the end of September where, there's going to be a women's singles person that represents the United States, a women's doubles team that represents the United States, and to have the opportunity to wear the USA jersey in a soccer field is something that I wasn't sure was in my cards anymore, and to have that dream is pretty spectacular at my age, I think. So yeah, go ahead and dream big with this sport because it's a big opportunity.
Yeah, so guys, you guys heard it here in City Futsal in Dallas. We look forward to watching you play in future tournaments. Thank you.
Thank you.
What brings you here to Teqball? How long have you been playing soccer?
So I've been playing soccer. I'm 29 now. I've been playing soccer since I was 3. And what brought me to Teqers is that they came to Four Wheel Sports Club, brought the opportunity for us to learn something new, bring community together, You don't have to be very skilled, so I liked it. And then plus it was so much fun. I was just maybe having like an off day that day, and then they arrived and I started playing, and it just had a great time.
What tips would you give someone who's new to Teqball?
Don't be afraid to mess up, especially the people that helped us along. They showed us the rules. They made it easy for us. So if you go willing to just mess up and just have fun, everyone's there just to have fun, especially when we were barely first practicing. And then as you get the rules down, it's actually fun. It gets even funner. So that's what I would give. Just go, not caring that you might be embarrassed. I got embarrassed a bunch of times. So if you're okay with just learning something new, and then having fun, then you're good to go. Then you're good.
So I mean, for the next generation coming up, what age do you think they should start playing Teqball?
8 or 10, 8 to 10, 8 to 10 years old, because it helps their first touch, communication skills, the speed of play. So when you're playing, whether it's 5v5, 6v6, 7v7, 9v9, or your common 11v11, when you receive the ball, you have more time now because your first touch is to your feet.
So awesome. Thank you again for your time, and we look forward to you hopefully winning the championship.
Yes, thank you.
Bye. All right, guys, here we are with Marlon and Paul. Guys, welcome to Let's Kick It channel, and how is the tournament going for you in Teqball?
So far, it's going good for our team. We got a result in, so we need to get another one in to go to the finals, or the next stage, I should say. But.
And then how long have you been playing soccer for?
About 10 years.
Okay. So any tips that you would give somebody who's never played Teqball before?
I think mainly it's just juggling at home, practicing by yourself. You don't need this setup to necessarily get good at it. So.
Yeah, I agree with what he says. Mainly juggling and just working on that touch.
And then what 3 tips or skills do you think that a team needs when playing Teqball?
First of all, it's communication and just good touching on the ball. I don't know if you want to give the last one.
Yeah, basically good collaboration, communication during the game, and yeah.
Well, guys, we wish you the best in the tournament. I know you have one more game to go. So, yeah, best of luck. Hi, guys. Again, this is Johanna, known as Coach Joe, and I have here with me Dennis, one of the players from Teqball. How are you?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
Awesome. So, Dennis, can you tell us where you're from?
I am from New Jersey. I'm from the New Jersey Teqballers out in New Jersey.
And how did you get introduced to Teqball?
Well, I actually played college ball with Andres, which is one of the LA Teqers. And he's formerly from New Jersey as well, now resides in California. And he came up with an idea of starting the whole foundation like they have in California out in Jersey. So I have my own training facility. I'm a coach as well out in New Jersey. And he thought about if they could send the table out to New Jersey, I could kind of start a trend there. And that's how it all got started. Teqball was able to send me out a Teqball table. Then I got the community involved, and New Jersey now has a large Teqball player base out where we're from.
Okay, awesome. So if someone is a soccer player but never played Teqball before, it's a little bit intimidating, what tips would you give them when they're first starting out?
Yeah, it could be a little intimidating. I would just say just stick with it. Some people get a little discouraged when they like the first day, but the progressions in Teqball is really amazing. Like you do it for like one day, you're like, oh man, this is rough. Then the next day you're like, oh, I'm getting it. And then all of a sudden, like, there's just progressions to it. Like you're just so worried about just getting the table, and then before you know it, within 2-3 weeks of just consistently playing, you're like starting to attack. You're thinking about strategies and all that. So it's just give it a chance, stick with it, go through the growing pains of like the first couple of days, and then you're gonna love it. So yeah, that's my main advice to anyone that's trying to try out the sport for sure.
Awesome. And then for me, I'm dominant in my right foot. I've only scored a goal, like I can count maybe on my hand one time how many times I scored with my left foot. When you're playing Teqball, how would you give a tip to somebody who's dominant in a certain foot, like how to progress to do both, use both?
I would say you definitely will be most effective if you're comfortable with both. But you do want to be super effective in whatever you do at Teqball. So if you know your dominant foot is a lot stronger, there's going to be certain situations that you just want to position your body so that your dominant foot is the one that's taking that hard touch off of a hard serve. Or if somebody's smashing the ball, you want to kind of position yourself so that your dominant foot is the one that's going to help you keep the ball alive. So positioning prior to the play, trying to read it before it happens, is definitely the most important when coming to non-dominant, dominant, but definitely want to be comfortable with both feet, because if you're solely on one, once you get to a higher level, the higher level players will exploit that and they'll attack your weak foot, and you don't want to show no weaknesses. So, yeah.
No, definitely. Well, again, thank you, Dennis, for all those tips. Anybody who wants more questions or has more questions about Teqball, follow US Teqball. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks
for having me.